It is really warm out, which means that I'm really hot right now. And sometimes, I think in life, we can get really hot with our temper, right? Or with we would just say like our anger. And continuing, just kind of different thoughts on confessions and things. A lot of times people will confess anger. And I always think it's really important to differentiate two different kinds of anger, right? The emotion of anger and the actual like action or choice of anger, right? So if someone randomly today just walks up to you and just starts like punching you really, really hard in the shoulder, you're going to be angry. And that's what we call natural. Like 100% of people would be angry at that, as in they would feel the emotion of anger without choosing it, right? It's something that would happen to them. Emotions are something that happen to us. Right, so there can be all kinds of things, like if you are slighted, or if, let's say, terrible, if like a family member or a friend like offends you in a big way, and you're like, wow, that really hurt, and you feel this anger within you, that's an emotion, and there's nothing wrong in that. Like you couldn't choose not to have that initial feeling. The point at which anger becomes sinful is at that point where once we become aware of the fact that like, okay, I'm angry right now. And it may even take a little while, right? But when you like become aware of like, ooh, you know what? I'm angry right now. Now you have a choice to make, right? And for any action to have a moral quality to it, right? To either be this is a good moral thing or this is immoral, right? For it to be good or bad, an action, right? Like in order for something to have that, there has to be a choice, right? You can't just kind of like wander through and be like, oh, I just did good. Like, no, it has to be a choice for good or for bad. And so when you become aware of the fact that you're angry, now you have a choice to make. And the way that I like to use it is kind of, what are you going to partner with? What are you going to team up with? Are you going to team up with that emotion of the anger and partner with that anger and then make a choice to either dwell on the anger or gossip or speak out about this person, or worse yet, do something physical, right? Do something to undermine the person, do something for revenge to get back at them, right? That's partnering with anger. Or we can decide to partner with God, where we can say, and this is what I hear a lot. I hear a lot in confession where people will say like, I'm just so angry. And I know I don't want to be angry. And I try to hand it over to God, but I still feel angry. The very fact that you're wanting to hand it over to God and trying to hand it over to God, that's what we need to do, and that's a beautiful thing. And even if you still feel angry, if that emotion of anger remains, there is absolutely no sin in that. There isn't, right? The important thing is saying when I'm angry, I'm going to hand it over to God. Lord, I'm handing this over to you. I don't want to partner with this anger. I'm handing it over to you, Lord. Please take it. That is a beautiful thing. And in that case, the fact that we had that emotion of anger actually has now become an opportunity that you have chosen to actually do good, right? It is good to hand that anger over to the Lord, right? That's turning towards Him. That's like building virtue. That's a beautiful thing. But again, if we do that and then we still feel angry, you haven't done anything wrong. It's not like, gosh, I'm just this angry person. No, it's that a circumstance entered into your life that's really hard, and emotionally speaking, you're understandably angry. And keep turning it over to the Lord. And maybe you turn over to the Lord and you're doing great for a while and then it pops back up on your mind. If it pops back up in your mind, don't partner with it. Partner with the Lord. So hand anger over to the Lord, and don't beat yourself up if you feel angry. It's an emotion, right? Turn it over to the Lord. Partner with the Lord in it. Know that He's with you. Know that He loves you. And have an amazing day.